Hello and welcome back to my YouTube. This is my second ever video and today is a Q&A. So I popped on my story about 2 weeks ago asking to ask some questions. So I'm just going to begin. I don't want to ramble on too much, so let's go. Okay, so my first question is, what made you want to pursue nursing? Okay, so it's a good question. I guess thinking back, it's probably about year 10 that I decided to go down that career path. I was at high school and I guess as a cohort we were encouraged to think about what we're going to do after school as you are in year 10, and I decided that I was going to work towards getting a grade that would get me into nursing. Initially I actually wanted to be a midwife. We went to some open days at the university and I really liked the feel of nursing and the way they talked about the course and what it involved and what I would leave doing, so the job as nursing as a whole. So in my mind I wanted to be a midwife, so I went to uni, I did nursing, I fell in love with nursing, and that was about it. As a child I guess I was quite maternal and I loved playing nurses with my cousins, so that's pretty much it. It was just a gut instinct that wanted to do nursing. Okay, second question is, what ward/area do you recommend when starting as a new grad? I don't think there's a particular area that I recommend. I'm a big believer in you get placed where you're supposed to be and it will be the start of your journey. Everyone has a unique journey and everyone has different passions for different things. So my preference was medical when I applied for my grad year. That being because when I was a student, I did most of my placements on medical wards, so it was familiar to me, and I guess I would feel more comfortable doing something that I was familiar with. But I do recommend medical. It was a great starting point just because there's so many different things that I was exposed to, so many different medications, different diseases and chronic illnesses. It was just an array of everything. Quite heavy, but it was good. But then again, I have friends that put down preferences and didn't get them, and the jobs that they ended up with have been just have shaped them into the nurse they are today. And so I like to say to people, just trust the process, and what it's meant to be will be. So my third question is, best tips for undergraduate nurses. Okay, there's a lot of tips, but my top 3 would probably be, the first one would be feel the fear and do it anyway. You don't grow when you're comfortable, so just embrace that completely. Like growing pains, they hurt, but they're worth it and you will evolve into an incredible nurse. So feel the fear, do it anyway. I feel like that saying just speaks 1,000 words. My second tip would be, I remember my nursing coach said this when I first started and to the other girls that started, and that is use the I'm a grad to your full advantage, especially when talking to doctors and other workers, allied health, other nurses. If you just let them know, hey, I'm a grad, yada yada, it's just saying that, okay, they're new to their area and they should respect that. So yeah, use it as much as you want. You use it, just use it. My third tip would probably be just ask as many questions as you need. Don't be shy about it. You don't know what you don't know. You're new to the area. Everyone was new one day, so just ask. And if they look at you like you're a bit of an idiot when you ask a question, that's a reflection of them, so don't take it personally. Somebody asked, I'm a nurse too and I love following your journey and self-care tips. Thank you, that is very nice. I don't really know how to reply to that, but thank you, I appreciate your kind words. Okay, so my next question is, how do you become a cosmetic nurse and how did you become a cosmetic nurse? Okay, so first thing is, I suggest doing your research into it, seeing what the job takes. I know it looks all glitz and glamour and looks like so fun, not working with old people, not wiping bums, like not all nursing jobs do that, but it is a stressful job. It's an awesome career, but you are literally injecting into people's faces. So many things can go wrong, so many complications. You do need to know your stuff. So yeah, I say that because I've had so many questions saying, how do you get into it? I really want to become a cosmetic nurse, but yeah, do your research on it first. Watch videos, learn about it, and know what your expectations will be. So to become a cosmetic nurse, you do need to be a registered nurse. Back in the days, I think they changed it literally 6 months ago. You could be an enrolled nurse and you just required to have a registered nurse with you in the clinic that you were injecting at all times. But it is now a registered nurse. So for me, I have been a registered nurse for now 5 years. I was really, really lucky in the sense that I got into the industry quite easy compared to most people. I knew Jodie, who I work for, which is Nurse Jodie, here on the Sunshine Coast. And at the time, she was looking for a registered nurse to help with the IV infusions that they were introducing to the clinic. So I began working there doing infusions. I gained a good rapport with the team, and she said, I can train you to be a cosmetic nurse if you want. So throughout that process, I got put through a lot of training. I shadowed Jodie for months. I did online training through the company that, I guess, I wouldn't say sponsor, but they provide all the knowledge and updated skills, blah, 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 to our clinic. So I was put through a lot of online training through that. And then once myself and Jodie felt comfortable enough that I could do it on my own, I then began practicing on models. And once I felt competent and confident, and once Jodie felt competent and confident, I could be free and do it on my own. That's kind of a shortened summary, but throughout that process, I had other trainers come into the clinic with me and supervise me and educate me. And yeah. So for you to be a cosmetic nurse, do your research is the step one. You do need to be a registered nurse. You do need to be signed with APRA. I do recommend that you have experience in a different clinical setting as a registered nurse. I say that because a lot of things can go wrong. And you do need to know how to clinically judge, clinically think. You will have people pass out. You will have people be sick. So you do need to know your nursing skills, not just your cosmetic injecting skills, essentially. Yeah. What else can I say about that? Yeah, I suggest branching out to clinics around you, seeing what's around, enroll into courses that will teach you about the job. I know some of them can be quite expensive, but it is an investment if you're really going to be passionate about doing it. It's not going to guarantee you a job after doing one of these courses, but it sure does look good on your resume. So yeah, learn, branch out, reach out, learn. I said that, but yeah. Next question is, how many days a week do you work? How many hours across the hospital in aesthetics? At the moment, I have just been doing 2 days a week at the cosmetic clinic. I'm on the casual pool as a registered nurse, but with casual, the shifts aren't guaranteed, which is unfortunate, but I'm working at that. It's just one of those things, trying to figure out what's best for me, and yeah. But typically I do 2 days a week at the hospital, which is total of 16 hours, and then 2 days a week at the cosmetic clinic that I work at, which is another 16 hours. And then I typically do a content day for my social media on Monday. And yeah. Next question is, money saving tips as a nurse, please. Okay, great question. For me personally, I wasn't a great saver until last year. But writing a budget is exceptionally important. Knowing where your money's going, being strict on putting away a certain amount each pay. But for a nurse, we get great, I guess, incentives working as a nurse. For me, when working with Queensland Health, you could have your salary packaging. So salary packaging is a great thing to look into. I did it through RemServe, and it was essentially an amount of your pay if it was going towards paying off your car or your rent even. You can salary sacrifice that, so it's not taxed. It doesn't come to you on the same day as your pay. It'll be, I think it was like the following Friday. So it's a bit of a delay, but it's worth it, and you're, at the end of the day, saving money. My second tip would be looking into say the fitness passport, that's a great option for nurses. I do think it's just in the public sector though that it allows you to use. But yeah, that's a cheaper gym membership opposed to a normal gym membership, so you're saving money there. Other tips would be, yeah, just being smart with your money, being strict with your budget, and not buying too much coffee even though it's hard. Okay, my next question is, what planner do you use for goal setting, etc.? For this year, I've just been using my 2023 diary. My mum got it for me for Christmas. I believe it's just from Kmart. It's the Otto brand, and I think that's from Kmart, but it is so good. It's really pretty too. I love it because before every month of the year, it gives you a page. Let me find it. It gives you a page of like the month set out, so you can kind of look at it the month as a whole and plan from there. But also, it has, let me find, goals for the month, which I think is a great way to plan and goal set. So yeah, highly recommend it. And it's got some cute quotes in between months as well. And then at the back, it has a little notepad to kind of journal out feelings, etc. And it also has cool stickers. We love stickers. Next question is, I have my next placement in emergency. Tips for success. First thing is, don't expect success. You're there learning, so go there to learn as a student. My biggest regret actually, I remember feeling when I started as a grad, was not embracing being a student enough. I think that's really important because you're literally there as a student, you're not getting paid. So just go there open-minded, learn, and yeah, you don't need to succeed in it. Just be you, do your best, do the best you can, and embrace that you're learning. Okay, next question is goals for 2023. All right, my first goal, which I like to make for every new year, is travel to somewhere new, which I am going to Japan next week actually, so that'll be ticked off. Haven't been to Japan before, so I'm very excited. Going snowboarding as well, which I've never been to the snow, so very excited for that. My second goal would probably be keep working towards my savings goal. So I guess my end goal for my savings is to purchase an apartment, maybe a house, so working towards a deposit for that. Another goal of mine would be just working on my health, so getting good gut flora, good gut health, I guess the goal would be. I've just had a few ups and downs, few hormonal imbalances, so I'm working with my naturopath, who is Brooke Oak at Good Kind Wellness Centre in Palm Beach on the Gold Coast. And we've been working together to just restore a lot of things because, yeah, haven't been too well in the past months, but getting better. So my goal is to be flourishing in my own health. My next goal would be, I really want to start my own business. So working towards that and chipping away at it. I won't give too many details away, but I'm sure in an upcoming YouTube there'll be a lot on that. And another goal of mine would probably be just maintaining a good work-life balance. So working hard, but also having a balanced life. I don't do shift work anymore, so prioritizing sleep and healthy habits such as exercise, good nutrition, I guess, because in the past 4 years when I was doing shift work, I haven't had that opportunity to really focus on that because I'd always be doing night shifts. So yeah, that's a big goal of mine. Okay, next question is, how did you and Ben meet? Ben, come here. He's actually here. So I'll introduce you. This is Ben.
Hello, YouTube. Why are you being annoying?
So Ben and I met, I was living on the Gold Coast and I moved back to Noosa. I then started at the same gym Ben went to. We got talking and went on a couple of dates, and one thing led to the next. We actually went to the same high school, but we didn't know of each other. But yeah, we've kind of always been in the same path throughout life, and now we're together.
No.
Okay, so I'm going to wrap up this question and answer here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I made sense and didn't ramble on too much, because I feel like I'm still getting used to talking to a camera. But thank you, and I hope you liked it. If you like it, please like and subscribe, and yeah, talk soon.
Eliza, don't do that.
Why?
I went at the gym and then, yeah.
Oh, that door's pissing me off.